What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day as always. We've got some major upgrades for the Jeep WJ, aside from the 1-ton swap that's already a major upgrade, but we got some bigger ones for the time being until those axles are done. It's a rainy day, so I've been out here working on the axles. Figure I'd show you guys kind of what I'm working up on. So I've just been grinding away at this front axle. We still have a little bit to take off over here, just so the truss can sit down right, and then on the back, just to clean it up a little bit. Technically, I could leave it looking like this, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to clean it up, and then we'll go ahead and start welding up the truss. I just have to get a little bit more metal off so it'll sit down right, and we can start welding. But besides that, we did get a couple packages while I was gone at Jeep Week, and then a huge mod showed up that I'm sure a bunch of you guys have been waiting to see. So let's go ahead and take a look at that stuff. So these massive, solid 2-inch 7075 aluminum, all the way solid, all the way through. Links came in probably about a month ago. We picked these, or they showed up finally, and you guys probably already know what these are for. But as you can tell by the tie rod end down there, it's the new steering links for the 2.5-ton kit for my Jeep WJ. But these things are insanely beefy. I mean, even just next to my hand, these things are huge. Like I said, they're 2-inch solid aluminum. So these things are basically going to be the strongest aluminum steering you can pick up, especially for the Grand Cherokee. Nobody else is making 2.5-ton kits. These are going to be available as soon as I get this kit installed on my Jeep. Then we'll go ahead, make the video installing it, make the video on why these are such a great option and all that kind of stuff. Then these will be available on my website. First, I have to install this one on my Jeep. This should be the final prototype product. Then they'll be available for everybody else to pick up if you guys want a set. Now, I really wanted to go with aluminum because we're going to be rock crawling a ton with this Jeep. This Jeep's probably going to spend 99% of his time on the rocks. And with aluminum steering, if you hit on a rock, it'll flex up to a point and it won't break, it won't bend or anything like that. It'll just flex straight back to how it's supposed to be. So it's a huge upgrade over a steel setup when you're rock crawling and stuff like that. Now, if you're just doing mud, it's not really as big of an upgrade because you're not really bending your steering. But probably 2 trips in, I bent the steel steering on my Wrangler and had to upgrade to 2.5-ton aluminum setup on that. And ever since then, I knew I wanted it on my Grand Cherokee build. So now we got it, just have to install it. I'm waiting on a couple more little things, then we'll get that install going. Now the next product was actually sent to us by friends over at Aux Beam. It showed up over at Jeep Week and I just haven't gotten a chance to install it yet. But I went ahead and unboxed a couple of things, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what we got. So for starters, I got the 8-gang RGB switch panel. This thing will be perfect to run the switches for the lockers, the air compressor, all that kind of stuff too. And I'll show you why right now. So I've already gone ahead and opened it. So this is the switch panel itself, 8 different individual buttons, then an on and off switch in the middle. Now this does light up, so it's perfect at night. I definitely wanted something that lit up and was a little bit cleaner than rocker switches because that's what I have in the Wrangler. And I think this looks much better. Plus, once the cage is done, we can go ahead and make a clamp mount for this and mount it directly to the cage. So that'll be super sick. It also comes with this huge sheet of basically any light or auxiliary thing you're gonna need. I mean, I got GPS, fuel, power, we got rock lights, light bars, all kinds of stuff on here. Now, these are the ones I really wanted, was the rear and front locker plus the air compressor. Definitely gonna be running those. We'll probably need the fan one at some point, then some lights. Besides that, I think everything else will be pretty much not needing a switch. But this will cover basically everything we need. So I'm super excited to get this installed. I also didn't want to run a bunch of wires into the where we sit in the Jeep or into the dash or anything. So this makes that super simple because this mounts in your engine bay and then you run all the wires for any of this stuff that you're hooking up directly to this box. And then you have an individual fuse for each one. So it's super simple to tell if your fuse blew or what went wrong. And it's just way cleaner install because you only have one wire coming out from this, plugs into here and goes into the switch panel. So it's super, super simple. Now, as you guys know, I don't really have a ton of lights on any of my Jeeps. So I told them I'm probably going to need a set of lights to set these up and make a video on and to install them just to see how it all works. So they actually went ahead and sent me over a set of lights and I'm really happy with these lights. And let me show you why. So the light pods themselves are super clean looking. They got the cooling fins. They're just super clean. But I've been wanting to test amber light pods for a long time now, just because they're a lot better in the dust, the fog, and we've got to deal with all that around here. These actually come with these little amber lens covers, and they're super simple to install. I believe you just take these 4 bolts out, and this black cover pops off, and then you can switch out the lenses with the amber ones. And I think these will look great, especially on the blue Jeep. I think they'll look good. And obviously, if I'm not happy with the amber, we'll just stick with the clear white, and that would be super simple. These also come with a super nice wiring harness. They come with a switch on there, but we're obviously going to cut that out and hook it up to this because that'll be way cleaner than the switch. But these all come with these nice little plugs on the end, so they're super simple to install. Got all the mounting brackets and everything down here. So we'll probably be installing both of these in an upcoming video and show you guys the final results. I just got to get mounts for the Grand Cherokee for the Lightpods. Also, a little bit of a Wrangler update. We might be going down to North Carolina next month just for vacation and stuff. But North Carolina is relatively close to Windrock, especially compared to Maryland. From here, I think it's like a 12-hour drive. And from where we're going to be going, it's about an hour and a half or 2 hours. So I might go ahead and take the Wrangler down there. I'm not really sure if it'll make the trip, to be honest. It's still running fine. It's got a bad exhaust leak. But besides that, it's been running fine. And I mean, I trust it to drive that amount of miles. I just don't know about that amount of miles at one time. But that being said, if we do take the Jeep down there, I think we're going to get a couple Windrock videos in because I want to take the Wrangler, do the Badge of Honor trails there, get those on the Jeep. And I just want to check out Windrock because I got a bunch of friends down there. You guys know ZKD Customs. We're in his booth a ton at different events, and he's been our friend for years now. He just moved down to Tennessee, so maybe we'll see if he wants to go to Windrock. It'd be cool to check it out. I've never been down there, but he says the place is way more fun than Roush. So I've always wanted to check it out. I've heard it's muddy, so my low tread Nitto trail grapplers might not be the best tire, but I guess we'll figure that out if we make it to the trails. But I did kind of just want to give you guys a quick update of where we're at with the Grand Cherokee build. I'm still working on the front 1-ton axle, but that should be wrapped up here shortly. And once that truss is welded on, which you guys will see a video welding that on, because it's kind of a important step when you're doing the 1-ton swap. It's pretty much the main structure of what's going to hold it to your Jeep. And there's certain ways you got to do certain sections of it. But once that's done, we're going to go ahead and start assembling the front axle. We'll get it painted up nicely, get some new parts on there, and get that thing ready to go under the Jeep. And then all that's left is do the exact same on the rear axle. But the rear is going to be way easier. Like I've said in previous videos, there's just way less to cut off. It's going to be way less time, and it'll be a lot easier. Less moving parts and everything in it too. There's no knuckle steering, any of that stuff. So once both axles are done, you guys will be seeing the 1-ton swap video. I got to figure out wheels and tires still. Not sure what I'm going to do there. There's a ton of wheels that I actually really like for this that I never really looked into when I was getting my Wrangler wheels. Also, I was going to see if they had the same wheels that I have on my Wrangler for the 1-ton axles, different lug pattern. If they did, I think that'd be kind of cool to have matching wheels. Let me know down in the comments what wheels you guys would go with. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.